Alright, here's a quick little triumph thing that you can do. I tend to do it in the hands, but I'll do it on the table here. Spectator selects a card. In this case, the 2. We can invite them to sign it, what have you. Doesn't matter. We let them take it, and we explain that we're going to lose it somewhere into the middle of the deck. Just like that. Okay? Obviously, it's not on bottom, it's not on top. We can even invite them if they would like to cut the deck. Right? What we're going to try and do is we're going to take the 2 halves, we're going to mix them together, face up and face down, and see what happens. So, we give them a little shuffle here, and you can actually see that they truly are going face down into face up. Right? Nice and fair. And I mean, we could go through the deck one at a time and fix these cards, but that wouldn't be magical. I'm going to try something a little bit different, or if I snap, they all right themselves, except for one, and it's their selection. Right? And, yeah, it's just a little triumph idea. I don't know. It's kind of pretty easy. 2 things at play here. I'll go over this. I'm using the 9, the 10, and for those of you who don't know, the 10 of hearts in my deck here is either infinity crimped or whatchamacallit, that breather crimped. There you go. So that it's breather crimped in a fashion so that I can cut to it from a face up deck rather than a face down deck, meaning I crimped it when it was face down. Right? For those of you who don't know what a breather crimp is, basically if you look at the card, it's got a little bend here like that. It's definitely more visible on this side. I breather crimp the hell out of this because these are old cards, so breather crimp like crazy. Then the 9 is face down on bottom, 10 is face up, right? I use the 9 and the 10 because they're similar, and there's a little discrepancy that will hopefully go unnoticed at that point. We offer the spectator to pick a card, doesn't matter what card, and as they sign it, we're just going to pinky count 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we have a break under 3, take their selection back, and quadruple lift off their selection, and that's the discrepancy. The 10 just changed into a 9. Okay? Face down, boom, into the middle, and in reality we have this. Right? Offer them to cut the deck. More often than not, they'll cut at your breather, like that. If they don't, you can cut at your breather. It doesn't matter. You can just give the deck another cut. So there you go. At this point, we're going to pick up the deck with our right hand, and we're going to pick up at the natural break so that we get all the face-down cards at the bottom. Okay? So, by the way, this natural break helps if we spring the deck face up before we go into this trick, but we just cut at the natural break. Drag this towards yourself afterwards, and you're going to kick on this 10, so their selection, over onto the face as you rotate over. Now the reason I use these 2 10s is just to, because there's a discrepancy here as we rotate both hands, that one 10 would change into another card normally, and I'm just eliminating that, right? So, boom, hit for a second as you rotate over, and here's the real condition of the deck. 10, all face down cards, and then face down cards selection. And all we're going to do is we're going to shuffle these together. You can do this on the table, or you can do this in the hands. It doesn't really matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this top 10 gets shuffled a couple cards down into the deck. Alright, so 1 or 2, just give it a good shuffle, and then you can actually display, as long as you don't flash this bottom card, that you're going all the face down cards, turn it over, into all the face up cards. Right? Square up. So at this point, all of them are face down. That's their selection. And then there's a 10 there. Right? The 10 that we need to flip back over. All I do is I turn over the deck and I go, look, we could go through one at a time and fix the cards, but that wouldn't be magical. What I'm going to do instead, snap, reveal. There you go. And so play around with that. I don't know if you guys will enjoy it, but I hope you do. Have a good one. Cheers.